I've recently realized that I had to go through more than a decade of nurturing in order to actually get to a point where I could appreciate my parents. And that some people let their parents die of old age before they even direct a positive thought towards them. Why is that? Well, let's look at the basics. When you're born, your parents are already like in their 30s, in their 40s even. If you're lucky, maybe in their 20s, best case scenario. But once you actually get to a point where your brain is developed enough in order to actually appreciate them and be grateful for them, to actually look at the outside world and not be just fully self-conscious, only self-conscious, they're already in like their late 40s, 50s. Late 40s is most of the time the best case scenario. So how do you actually, why do people not appreciate their parents whilst they still have that young, youthful vigor in them? Why do people wait so long in order to actually tell them that, yes, I appreciate you, thank you so much, I love you? Yeah, of course, they say I love you, but that doesn't really mean anything in the grand scheme of things. When you say I love you, it's just like I love you to your mother and father. That's basically just acknowledging that they are there. That's a basic trait of a decent human being, just saying I love you to your mother and father. But saying things like I appreciate you, thank you, that's a lot more mature. But most people don't do it because they do not realize that there won't be a time where their parents are this young and still have that youthful vigor, that energy, that aspect, that look, and they just wait so long in order to actually express gratitude. And of course, it is a basic human trait of responsibility and maturity to be grateful for your parents, to actually say thank you, I appreciate you, to actually show them how much you love them without just saying I love you. That that doesn't mean anything. And when we look at it from a linguistics perspective, we can compare English to a language like Mandarin Chinese. I've heard that Mandarin Chinese doesn't have a word for I love you, and it kind of has a word, but it's a bit inappropriate to say it to your mother or father or siblings or family. Instead, they express their love by actually saying, I hope you do well on this, I hope you sleep well, things like that. In English, we just say, I love you, and that's kind of a summary. But in order to actually express your love for a person, you do not feel loved when people say, I love you. We all know that. We feel loved when people actually show some care for us, when we actually receive receive some notion of thought towards us. When people say to us, I hope you do well on this, are you okay, do you need something, that's what love is. Love is attention, in my opinion. That's my own definition of love. Love is attention. Just saying I love you is not enough. And guess what? 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds see that as a solution to everything. And of course they do, because they need things to be quick and precise. I love you. Perfect. But it is a basic sign of maturity to actually appreciate your parents with something more. Saying things like, as I said before, thank you, I appreciate you, are you, I don't know what. Showing some basic attention and care towards them. And it is a basic, like a prerequisite of an ungrateful bastard to only see the bad in their parents. To see, oh my god, they screamed at me that time. Oh, I don't know what they're doing now, whatever. So, if you actually want to live a superior life, if you want to be a superior son or daughter, you need to start actually see this as the universe prompting you to direct a positive thought towards your parents. See this as the universe telling you, please, change your thoughts or maybe even your entire mindset about your parents. Because you do not want to love them when it's too late, when they're already old and they're crippled by old age. Because most people let that happen, and most people don't even appreciate them fully then. They still see them as, okay, you're a caretaker, I love you, and that's not enough. Under no circumstances is that enough. So define what love means to you, because of course my definition of love is very different from your definition of love. I show my love by just showing some basic attention. You may show your love by, I don't know, hugs and kisses, maybe. I don't know if that's a sufficient solution to the problem of love, but maybe you can try it. Realize what love means to you. Read some books about love. Actually, get your heart broken in platonic love. Everybody talks about getting their heart broken in romantic love, but how about being completely devastated because of something that happened with your mother or father or your family members or a friend? It's a lot more complex than it sounds, and I know I'm not in a perfect position to talk about things like this, because I don't think I'm fully at a moment in time when I could fully appreciate the people that have taken care of me. But I still know what I need to do. I still have the good path. I have the road to being a grateful son. And everybody has the road, has a perfect opportunity to be a grateful daughter or son as well. So if you get anything from this video, talking from equal to equal, I'm never the teacher in these videos, by the way. I'm just talking to you, and you should interact with me. You should basically refute my points. I saw a really good comment just the other day with timestamps and just rebuting, fighting back against everything that I was saying, or just saying, yeah, of course, that's good. So see this as an interactive thing. Yeah, you love your parents. You know you love your parents. You know that you should love your parents. But how are you going to show that in a material way, in a spiritual way? How are you actually going to show your parents that you are grateful for them? What does love mean to you? Because once you actually realize this, your position, your status as a son or daughter improves immensely. It's basically a prerequisite to being an amazing son or daughter. Being grateful, saying things that create a feeling of ecstasy in your parents. And most of the time, it's just a plain thank you instead of an I love you. And of course, still say I love you, because it says a lot of things, and of course, it's something people love to hear, I love you. But if you actually want to appreciate your parents, you need to start searching for different ways of actually expressing your love without resorting to the basic I love you, because that's kind of basic, and nobody even gets that riled up over it anymore. Show your parents that you love them, and even if you show your parents that you care for them, that you appreciate them, that's the most important part. Appreciating your parents in whatever way you deem fit. My way is showing them attention. Your way might be any other way in the perceivable universe. So don't wait until it's too late, because it is going to be too late at some point. So if your parents are still young or are still alive, try to find a way to actually express your appreciation for them, because it's one of the most liberating and conclusive things you can do in order to actually be a decent human being. Send this to someone you love, and I'll see you later.